every single time I have like an ounce of faith in like humanity, it gets ruined. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya Smith and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. Today's candle is French Country Vanilla, and let's just get into today's video, I guess. So you may be a person that happens to hate women, or maybe you have fantasized at least once about your significant other or a person you barely even know, like Ted Bundy style, and you decide one day, I'm going to make a little TikTok trend. And now a bunch of teenage boys and girls are posting about how they are almost fantasizing about people. And I thought 2022 was going to be a good year. Honestly, all jokes aside, I know that this trend is a joke, and I know that the majority of these people do not want to do these horrific acts. However, part of my little analytical mouse brain is thinking that maybe we shouldn't do trends like this when there are people that are quite literally every single day getting unalived by people whenever they go on first dates, second dates. It's a common fear amongst women that one day they're going to go on a date and they're not going to come back. If you haven't seen the movie Fresh, I recommend watching it because that is a girl's literal worst nightmare. But either way, I'll set the scene for what this TikTok trend is. I can't tell you when it started. I've seen videos from 2021, 2020, this year, even a couple hours before I filmed this video. Basically, the scene is set. Typically, the song Lost by Frank Ocean will be playing in the background because I'm sure Frank Ocean would really love that his name is being attached to a trend where people are talking about their significant others. These TikToks will be like, hey, imagine we go bowling and I just throw the bowling pins at your head and you just die, with Frank Ocean's lovely little voice playing in the background. This one says, imagine we went on a date on the top of a mountain and I just pushed you off with the heart. This is why it's really hard to talk about this trend, because it's like, obviously a good chunk of people understand this is a joke. I don't really think that anybody would honestly proclaim on in the internet that they would do this to someone. However, for I want to say maybe 2% of people that watch this and then get inspiration from it, that's enough for me to feel like this trend is like really bad. For me personally, and this could just be because I have been generally around domestic violence situations where it comes to my friends and people that I know, and that is not something to joke about at all. Like, actively saying that you would harm the person that you allegedly love or a person you're going on a first date with, that is objectively wrong, no? Or am I the one that's crazy right now and y'all gonna gaslight me in the comments? I just think that this is kind of like not right. I saw this TikTok, actually, it's by SJ Rowski, where they make this post, and I'm just gonna play it for you guys. So I'll come back with more commentary.
Yeah, no, I just feel like men making these jokes about murdering women and murdering their dates is really fucking gross.
Hey.
Yes?
It's a joke, you bitch.
Except that it's not funny because it literally happens every day.
Yeah, well, men get murdered too, you cunt.
Okay, make a video about it then.
Fucking hypocrites. Women murder men all the time.
I mean, it's not even close to the rate that women are murdered by men, and also men are predominantly murdered by other men, so men are still the problem.
Shut up, fucking misandrist.
Right, so you didn't care about men or women getting murdered. Got it.
So I think that this video right here kind of like encompasses kind of my thoughts on this whole thing, because it's like, this is horrific, because it's like, it's almost like whenever men, I hate to generalize, but I'll generalize just for this one little analogy, whenever men will be like, women need to stay in the kitchen and women suck and women can't do anything. Kind of like those alpha podcasts and stuff like that where they say women literally suck, and then women will be like, okay, well, what do you do as a man? Like, what do you do at all? And then suddenly they use it as an excuse to literally tell you, like, call you all these horrific names. I happen to be Black. Some people think I'm lying when I say that. I don't even know what other race I would be, but I'm Black. And you will hear a Black person say, like, for instance, that's like such a white person thing, you know, not that other people can't do it, but it's something that you directly associate to white people, I guess. And a Black person will say, like, oh yeah, that's such a white person thing, like, LOL. And then a white person will rebuttal it and call you a cotton picking monkey, dirty N-word with no grammar, and just call you all these horrific slurs. And it's like, but I was joking. You're not joking, because if you're using situations like this as an excuse to kind of like be horrific to someone and pass it off as a joke, that's not a joke. You just want to say something shocking and horrible towards a marginalized group of people. A lot of people raise these issues. They will say, like, oh, I really, like, oh, men get murdered too. Or they say, like, if you're trying to discount something that women are going through, and then not even acknowledge the actual problem, like, maybe you are the problem, Richard. There was this one that honestly kind of literally, like, beating this thought in. This says, blocking me isn't enough. You're gonna have to just erase me from this planet. I love you. That is on some Kanye West, Kim Kardashian stuff. That is, if no one can have you, if I can't have you, no one can have you. That is giving, I will break into your apartment and unalive you. That's what that's giving. And I know he is most likely joking, because that's what all these people say. They pass it off as a joke. But how is that a joke? How is that funny? And it's not a situation to where it's like, well, back in my day, we used to lynch people and no one said anything about it. That is a problem. That right there is a problem. Saying that people nowadays are sensitive and that people just can't take jokes is, I can kind of understand that thought process. And I'm pretty sure I have a video on that about people being sensitive. But I think there's a difference between someone just being sensitive versus a person literally posting warning signs and just acting like who would post something like that? Like, that's terrifying. And any woman or man that sees that post that is attracted to men would see that as a red flag, and they would be like, that, oh, that person's going to unalive me, you know? So just a thought process. So there's this TikToker, her name is Divergent Redhead, and she actually makes these posts about domestic violence and about how it's not funny. So she will stitch and kind of react to a bunch of these different videos of men and women saying that they would murder a person on their first date. And she will actually show screenshots of situations where that literally happened. And she kind of like humanizes it and makes it be like, this isn't funny. This isn't a joke. This is happening to people every single day. So I'm going to show you a couple of them just so you guys can understand why, to me, this is so serious, because it's not just like a cute little funny TikTok trend. Like, it's literally like someone somewhere is going to see that and they're going to execute it. Some 13-year-old boy is going to see this little TikTok trend, and then when he turns 15 or 16, he's going to take a girl out on a date and he's going to drive her off of a cliff or something insane. Because that's what's interesting about internet trends and about things, is that, like, you don't understand who you're influencing and you don't understand who is watching that video and how they're going to take it. Because us as adults, I have emotion on my laptop. Us as adults, we know that this is a joke. We know that that is not serious. Like, no person would actually, first of all, post about doing that, but also like wouldn't insinuate that, because that would be insane. But what about a child or a person who isn't fully like thinking about things, or does have these tendencies, like homicidal tendencies, and they see this and they're like, oh yeah, sure, this is giving me an idea. And that's scary. But this is one of them. So my video got copyright claimed because I had the song playing in this clip, so you're gonna have to deal with me talking. It is Lost by Frank Ocean. You know the song. I don't have to explain it to you, I guess. But yeah. The joke is body slamming a person in a parking lot, or body slamming a person. And it's showing women get body slammed and literally die. Like, that's not cute. That's not funny. It's like, how is it just a joke if you think, if like by a person posting that stuff and you're like, oh, it's just a joke, but then you want to harass people for calling out that joke. That's what it's reacting to. Imagine we go on a cooking date and what we eat is made. 1 minute you're romantically eating a chocolate strawberry and you wake up and you're in the oven. And then this is not funny. Joking about stuff like that is not funny. As a person, I can make a joke. Like, I used to say all the time when like all this Ted Bundy stuff was coming out, I'm like, you know what? I think that if I was a, white girl with brown hair, I probably too would have got by Ted Bundy, because I would help a man that was looking like he was struggling, That's a joke. What's not a joke is saying that you would throw a brick at your date's head and then watch her die. That's not a joke. That's not funny. That's just, if anything, premeditation. So, and just so that none of the men in the comments, if you've even watched this far, says, wow, you're being a misandrist. You didn't even mention that girls do the same thing. Here's one that a girl said. Imagine we go on a movie / a dinner date and you stay the night, but I suffocate you with my squishmallow so you die. Again, that is also not funny. That is also insinuating that you're going to physically harm somebody that trusted you, that's being vulnerable with you just for laughs. And again, I know this girl is joking. I know. I would say probably 9 times out of 10, these people are making a joke. And there's probably a very slim chance these people are actually going to want to do this. However, just like I said before, domestic violence is not a joke. Murdering someone is not a joke. And if you think that is genuinely funny and you would make a post saying that, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And maybe, again, this is just me being a frail, frantic woman who doesn't know anything and needs to shut up and blah, 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 blah. I don't care. The point is, this trend is scary. And now I already wasn't dating anybody anyways, but now I'm extra scared because of this trend. And again, it was always a fear of mine anyways, because it happened literally every single day. Like, I remember specifically when I was in high school and a girl was murdered because a guy asked her at the prom and she said no. Yeah, that scared me when I was going to prom. Granted, I didn't have to ask anyone. But the point is that like trends like this, we can sit back and laugh at it. And I'm sure some AP internet history student in 2050 is going to see this trend and they're going to analyze it like, then during this time, murders amongst young people went like rose or whatever. I don't know. The point is that this is horrific and this is really sad and I don't like it. I don't like this trend at all. And it's making me scared to go on dates with people, especially during COVID, but also just in general. Because if I have to worry about getting a disease and then also getting murdered, it's just a done deal. I'm just not dating anybody ever, but either way, that's my video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know your opinions on this topic. Do you think that I'm over exaggerating? You can tell me in the comments. I can handle it, but I do think this trend is just a little bit whack. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up because it does help little channels like mine. Make sure to also subscribe to me if you would like to. And actually, speaking of that, I just hit 6,000 subscribers, which is crazy because like I remember when I hit 100 subscribers, 500, 1,000, and I'm not gonna cry, I promise, but it's like it feels really nice to be like reaffirmed that like something that you're passionate about and something that you care so much about, people actually want to see it. And being a young black woman of color, well, obviously woman of color since I'm black, being a young black woman and being told constantly that your opinion doesn't matter and that you need to shut up and whatever, it honestly is really nice to see that 6,000 people think that what I'm saying is worth anything. So thank you for that. And if you are a person that has been subscribed already, subscribe to me, pretty please. I'll give you a virtual forehead kiss, I guess. I don't know. What do people do? What do people say to incentivize people to subscribe to them? I don't know. But thank you for watching this video. And I guess that's it. So make sure to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.